We just officially launched Brand Live within the last week, but we've been building out the product for the last year. Tide was one of the first clients that we put on the Brand Live platform. And the idea behind Brand Live is that there are clients they plan out very proactively, plan out their marketing and their messages across the year, and they have tentpole events within that year. But there's not been a way to read the market and react to the market in very real time around topics that are very interesting and where that brand should be in that conversation. A classic example happened in February during the Daytona 500, in which the race was going and they had an accident, and in that accident, it was a big one, gas and oil had spilled, and to get the race back on track with only losing maybe an hour or so, they went out, they got Tide detergent, powdered detergent, they put it on the track, they washed it off, and the line was very funny, another kind of new way to use Tide. But we saw that within the Brand Live team room, and we started seeing the topic trend around what was happening at NASCAR. It's obviously a very big sport with a ton of viewership. And we realized that Tide should take advantage of this opportunity, whereas normally that news would have been there and then the next day is gone. So we have a line that we use within Brand Live, which is relevance has a deadline. If something's happening right now, you have to act on it right now. You can't wait for 3 weeks from now because it leaves the news cycle. And we have another saying that is we create something every day. So in this Brand Live room, which is a mixture of client and agency, we have our head of the account, our head planner, our creatives. It is a people-oriented system, but leverages tons of technologies for us to understand what's working, what's not working, what's being shared, what isn't being shared, where are the more interesting conversations for our brand. And so we took what was happening at the Daytona 500 and we kept it going by producing pieces of content that others were talking about, adding more video to whatever conversation people were having, and we did it as Tide, and under the name Tide Power, the Twitter hashtag. And we kept Tide Power the #2 trending topic for Twitter all week long, which is the first for Tide to be that high on Twitter. And then we culminated it in the week that the next NASCAR was racing with an advertisement, 15-second ad, that recapped what had happened the previous week. And so for a week, the Tide would have had no incremental value in the marketplace, got a ton of incremental value because they were able to react so quickly and to provide relevant content to stories throughout the week that kept the brand active. I think of it as the future of marketing, to be honest, because we now have tools and technologies that we never had before. We're able to talk, I think of it as almost one-to-one at scale. You could think about it in terms of it's a content strategy, it's a social strategy, as well as it's a newsroom. And so you're really, for a lot of our clients, they feel like they're really marketing, they're in the market, they're getting real-time feedback. Did people share that? Didn't they share that? So it feels to me like any of our clients, in fact, all of our clients, I believe, will be on, if not our Brand Live platform, some version of how do you go into the market and react to what's happening in the market at scale for your brand in a very real way.